Things have become visibly more volatile on the ground in Maharashtra on day 6 of this big political thriller. In at least 4 different towns and cities of Maharashtra, protests have broken out, and we'll get you all those images. India Today is reporting them firsthand from the ground. But the big breaking unfolding story that we're continuing to update minute on minute, because this is a shape-shifting story, viewer, and we're constantly updating it from our bureaus both in Assam as well as in Maharashtra. The latest now is that the Shinde camp, the Eknath Shinde camp, has sought 7 days to respond to the summons from the Deputy Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly. The Shinde camp has said asking for more time is our right. Shinde has sought legal advice over the attempt to disqualify at least 16 of the rebel MLAs who are camping with him in Guwahati, Assam. He says that he's in constant touch with his legal team as well. Dave Kotak and Mustafa Sheikh are with us live for more on this. Mustafa, quickly to you first. The Deputy Speaker has summoned Eknath Shinde and his MLAs. He's shot back saying, I need at least 7 more days, and is in touch with his legal team. Any word from the Assembly Deputy Speaker about this demand for 7 days?
The Deputy Speaker is yet to decide on the demand which has been made by Eknath Shinde and the Rebel MLAs. Remember, there are total 16 MLAs against whom the disqualification process has been started, and in this process they have been asked to appear physically by Monday, which is tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see whether the Deputy Speaker takes a decision today on Sunday or decides on Monday is something we'll have to wait and see. But it's true that Eknath Shinde is discussing this case with constitutional experts and taking advice as to how things can progress. You remember, now they have sought for 7 days, but earlier they had also moved in a no confidence motion against the Deputy Speaker. He had rejected that motion, and then physically 2 MLAs from independent MLAs went and gave that letter of no confidence motion against Deputy Speaker, saying that you cannot decide on disqualification of MLAs if your own chair is under concern. So that is something, you know, that's the whole point. If you look at this entire event, it doesn't look like it will go down so easily. The change in power will happen, but the cases can go up to Supreme Court, because there are a lot of constitutional legal bindings which are involved on both the sides. Shiv Sena may have 2/3 of the Eknath Shinde camp may have 2/3 of the MLAs with him, but they still cannot form the government unless they join some of the other existing political parties. That's what the Uddhav Thackeray camp is saying, while the Eknath Shinde camp is saying that under Article 10 paragraph 2 they are allowed to be as an independent party. And yesterday we heard about Shiv Sena Balasaheb. That's the party they want to be on. So there are a lot of legalities which are still to be solved. There's no clarity. Even if Mahavikas Aghadi is in minority, how will BJP and Eknath Shinde camp government move forward is something which is still not clear. Back to you.
Dave, what are you hearing about the Eknath Shinde camp? We're going to get Polabi in from Guwahati in just a moment as well, because she's our woman on the ground outside the Radisson Blu Hotel, where the rebel MLA, the Shinde Sena as we christened them, has spent the last 5 days in 5-star luxury. But there is no word on what their next step is going to be, and now they want 7 more days. But Dave, are these protests on the ground likely to increase today? Are they going to increase? Is today's main feature going to be visible protests on the ground?
Yes, absolutely. We are likely to see the protests getting intensifying as the whole movement and the rallying for support for Shiv Sena, especially with the Uddhav Thackeray camp. We are likely to see more of it, and it is definitely going to increase as the day progresses. Of course, we know, like I had mentioned this previously also a few minutes ago, that the support is only increasing. More Shiv Sainiks are expected to come. Of course, this is evident from the fact that in the last 3 to 4 days, the kind of firefighting measures that have been taken. So, of course, the party cadres are also taking due note of that and are standing by in full support of their leader. So, every time, a video appeal is made for Sainiks to come out and show their support, they are always there, be it the Yuva Sena or be it the old guard of the party, the members who have supported the Shiv Sena since Balasaheb Thackeray's time. So these people who owe their allegiance to the Thackeray family, and more so Uddhav Thackeray at this point in time, who is going through a state of crisis, we are only likely to see more and more of these party cadres join in for these protests and show their support. Of course, we know that massive crowds turn up, to sort of show their support for Shiv Sena and their party leader. Like I mentioned, that the party is going through one of its most difficult times, and it's a political turmoil come crisis of a sort.